is your 420 Radio News for Tuesday, May 14th, 2013. I'm Russ Belville. Vermont decriminalizes possession of marijuana, from rawstory.com. Vermont's legislature on Monday voted to decriminalize possession of small amounts of marijuana, making the New England state the 17th to relax restrictions on the drug. The House of Representatives followed an earlier vote in the state Senate in favor of the measure, and Governor Peter Shumlin, a strong supporter, is expected to sign it into law. The law would decriminalize possession of up to 1 ounce of marijuana and also 5 grams of hashish, although a civil penalty similar to a traffic fine would still be imposed. The Marijuana Policy Project, a pro-marijuana reform group, said Vermont was now the 17th state to decriminalize or outright legalize what it says is a soft drug. Republican lawmaker to propose major amendment to marijuana legalization bill, from Bangor Daily News. The face of a bill that would clear the way for legalizing recreational marijuana in Maine could change drastically Tuesday at the hands of a Republican-led amendment at the committee level. Representative Corey Wilson, Republican of Augusta, said he will present an amendment to direct the Commissioner of Administrative and Financial Services to collect bids through a competitive process for the intent of awarding up to 10 contracts statewide for the cultivation of marijuana. Any marijuana production not sanctioned through a contract with the department would remain illegal, which would be a change from Portland Democratic Representative Diane Russell's original bill. Russell's proposal would allow the cultivation of as many as 6 plants under certain restrictions. Wilson's amendment also would direct the commissioner to collect bids for a single statewide distribution service. New York City marijuana arrests drop, as do NYPD stop and frisks, from Huffington Post. Efforts to decriminalize marijuana in New York City, the pot arrest capital of the world, seem to be paying off. The New York Post parsed data from the State Division of Criminal Justice Services to find that arrests for small amounts of weed are on pace to drop 20% in 2013. Marijuana possession in 2013, however, still remained the #1 reason for an arrest in New York City. In 2012, arrests for small amounts of bud dropped 22%. to 40,661 from 52,220 in 2011. Citywide, the number of police stops dropped by 22% in 2012. From 2002 to 2012, the NYPD spent 1 million hours making 440,000 arrests for low-level marijuana possession charges, according to another report from the Drug Policy Alliance and the Marijuana Arrest Research Project released in March. And in January, New York Governor Andrew Cuomo proposed decriminalizing quantities of marijuana under 15 grams. As the Post notes, had Cuomo's plan been under effect last year, it would have nullified over 39,000 of the over 40,000 low-level marijuana arrests in New York. Not so fast. Tax revenue estimates from legal marijuana may not materialize, from Huffington Post. In a widely cited study of Colorado's Amendment 64, the Colorado Center on Law and Policy predicted that marijuana legalization would produce $60 million annually in new revenue and savings for the state each year until 2017. The $60 million estimate is still being discussed, but a more recent study tempered expectations. The Colorado Futures Center at Colorado State University concluded that while revenue will be raised, it may not meet the state's expectations. The report concluded that for the tax to raise the $40 million anticipated for schools, given current consumption estimates, the cost to grow a pound of marijuana would be in the range of $1,100 a pound, almost twice earlier estimates. That level risks raising the price of retail marijuana so high that it could send users back to the black market. 2 more cruise passengers in Bermuda fined over marijuana, from USA Today. A reminder for Americans planning a cruise to Bermuda: leave the marijuana at home. The island destination's reputation for being tough on tourists found with illegal substances was reinforced this week after a judge ordered stiff penalties for 2 cruisers found with small amounts of the drug. In separate cases on Monday, 2 men aged 53 were ordered to pay $1,000 in fines or face 100 days in jail after cannabis was found in their cabins on Norwegian Cruise Line's Norwegian Dawn. Possessing marijuana is illegal in Bermuda. In 2011, a passenger arriving on the Norwegian Dawn with about 23 grams was ordered to pay a $10,000 fine, and another cruiser caught with marijuana earlier that year was fined $3,000. This has been your 420 Radio News for Tuesday, May 14th, 2013. I'm Russ Belville. When we come back, we go behind the headlines and take a look at the World Anti-Doping Agency raising its threshold for a positive test for marijuana for sports athletes. You're listening to The Russ Belville Show on 420radio.org. We'll be right back.